Hi everyone, this is Hannah Cooper, and I have no idea what day of quarantine it is. I think we're close to like day 65, but it kind of feels like 205. Not really sure. However, I have been noticing people are getting really creative during this time and starting their own podcasts and YouTube channels. So I figured I'd jump on that brigade and start a little channel of my own. So we'll see what happens. The theme of my channel is going to be called Slightly Funny Topics and Scenarios. I'm going to be talking about topics anywhere from like those awkward life moments, living with roommates, edibles, adulting, and honestly just kind of things I find a little funny. Maybe all my one viewers will too. So we'll see. The first episode of Slightly Funny Topics and Scenario is called The Pressures of the Charcuterie Board. So stay tuned and you guys might be slightly entertained. All right, so I'm gonna guess that most people like cheese. I mean, I know it's kind of something I hear all the time. I mean, I know it's 2020, so there are vegans out there like, I don't eat cheese. Well, whatever, then don't watch this show. It's fine, whatever. But yeah, one thing I kind of noticed is, for one, the word charcuterie board. So that's hard to say, honestly. So I used to wait tables, and this was like a few years back, and honestly it was sort of when it was becoming trendy to like do tapas and have like a really cool charcuterie board. You go out and like have a glass of wine, and so that was kind of a new thing. And honestly, it took me like a good month to correctly pronounce that name, charcuterie board. Like, no joke. I think I actually had to Google the pronunciation and like practice it. It brings me to this one this one scenario. It was like when we first put it on the menu, I go up to a table. I'm sort of new at the job too, so you're like a little nervous. You're kind of trying to figure out your vibe, get comfortable. And I legit went up to the table and I said, "So, would you guys like to start out with a charcuterie board?" Charcuterie board. That's literally what I said. Literally what I said. I mean, it's too close. I mean, charcuterie board, cooter, it's like literally the same word. So anyways, that was pretty, it was a little embarrassing. I mean, let's say after that shift, I went home and Googled the pronunciation and I pretty much practiced it all night. So that didn't happen again, but it was a little embarrassing. The second thing I want to talk about is just the pressure of like making a charcuterie board. Do you know what I mean? I mean, I know everyone has Pinterest. I do. I go on there all the time, look at new recipes, and I find some great stuff. But to be honest, it's a little intimidating. Like, I go on there and I click charcuterie board, and I'm like looking at these pictures, and I'm like, okay, so I have friends over, right? And they're gonna be expecting like a Pinterest charcuterie board. I mean, those things are like, for one, they cost like $100. I mean, if I was gonna buy 10 different smoked cheddar bacon cheeses, and then like you have to get the spicy jam, and then you have to like get the grapes and like something sweet, savory, it's seriously like $100 later. So I almost find that intimidating. Like, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, just something I observed. It's a little bit difficult to like create the perfect charcuterie board. And number two, when you live with roommates, it like legit makes a beautiful charcuterie board. I walk in and I'm like, dude, that literally looks like a Pinterest one. And I'm like, all right, how do I like recreate this? It's like, kind of up. Like, I don't want to be, I don't know, like outdone here, right? So yeah, I've just noticed that like, honestly, society's pressure on the perfect charcuterie board, and not to mention pronouncing it correctly, is just sort of like intense. So I don't know. What do you guys think? Yes? No? Am I crazy? Neutral? I don't know. Anyways, that's my little rant about charcuterie boards. Stay tuned for my next episode, which is titled Setting the Mood, Edible Edition. Peace out.